Fear. Fear is something that has been around forever, ever since we've existed. It's always impacted how we live, how we act, how we go about things, how we do things. We tend to always think, well, what would this person think about me? What if it causes me pain? What if it makes me sad? What if they laugh at me? What if they mock me? What if? We always tend to think we always try to see and tend to see everything bad that can happen from experiences, everything bad that can happen from doing something. We tend to weigh all of the cons, every single con. We see everything wrong that could go, everything wrong that could happen. And we don't even tend to weigh the pros that can come to it. We don't even try to think, we don't even try to see everything good that can come out of a moment. We tend to only see the bad that could happen. When I was a kid, I really wanted to be able to do a backflip off of a bridge. There was this bridge that was around 10 to 15 minutes from my house that we would all jump off. It was probably a 30-feet drop, and I knew how to do a backflip off of, a dock, maybe less than half of whatever that drop was. It was probably like 5-10 feet, and whenever we would go to this bridge and jump off, there would always be, older kids. I'd always look at them as cool, and they'd always be doing backflips. They'd always be doing flips off of it. And I always thought to myself, wow, that is so cool. I really wish I could do it. And deep inside of me, I knew I could do it. Deep inside of me, I knew I could do it, but it just seemed like this giant. It seemed like this huge thing that I wasn't able to get past because I kept weighing all the cons. I kept thinking only of what could have gone wrong. I saw it as this huge thing that I could never get over because I only thought of what could go wrong again. See, as we see here in the Great Commission in Matthew 16-20, it says, "Now the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and said to them, 'All authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age.'" Now, I think the most important thing, what Jesus states here, is the last verse where he says, "I am with you always to the end of the age." Jesus understands that this is going to be hard. What Jesus is commanding us to do here in this passage, to go out to make disciples, everyone, to all nations, everyone you see, no matter what race they are, no matter what ethnicity they are, no matter what, to talk to them about Jesus, to spread the good news. But the thing that he says here is he says, "I am with you always." He's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. He understands that it's going to be hard. He understands that we're going to have nerves. He understands, like, sometimes it's going to feel like it's a giant in front of you and there's no way that you can go and do this. But Jesus says, "I am with you." See, if we have something inside of us, if we have somebody with us, it can feel so much more comforting to pursue an act. You see, later down the road, me and my friend, we went back to the bridge. Me and a bunch of my friends, and a bunch of the older kids were there. We were in 8th grade. These guys were freshmen in high school, and we used to look at them like, man, you guys are so cool, doing flips off of the bridge and everything. And we kept on seeing them doing flips, and me and my friend were talking there. And we were like, wow, I really wish I could do this. I really wish, I feel like we know we can, and it's so cool that they're doing it, and I just want to do it. And so my friend got up there, and he just did it. He didn't think about anything. He just went, and he went for it. He didn't think about everything bad that could happen. He just went for it. And I remember looking around and thinking, there are people here with me that no matter what goes wrong, they're here with me and they're to help me. That I'm not going to die. I may get hurt a little bit. I may slam my back on the water, but I'm going to be okay because there are people here that care for me and that are going to want to help me out. You see, as soon as my friend jumped off, I immediately just thought about all the pros, everything good that could happen. I just went up there and I did it. Because the comfort of the people, of everyone else there, it brings comfort into our lives when we have other people there, when we have other people that we know that are going to be there. Now, I know sometimes it's hard trying to understand that Jesus is there with us. It's hard to understand. He isn't really with us. Is he with me? Why do I do this? It seems so hard. It seems so scary. But if you believe that the Holy Spirit is inside of you, then you can do whatever. You can bring this message to whoever. You don't have to have any fear about who you're talking to, about who you're bringing this to, because the Holy Spirit is inside of you, and you can do whatever you want with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is your guider, your helper. He is your comforter. He is there for you. And he tells us that he's there for us. In this Bible, so many times he tells us he is there for us. And if we rely on that fact, if we rely on that and continue to live that out, then we can do so many things with the Holy Spirit. Amazing things with the Holy Spirit that we are filled with. Because once we understand that he is with us always, and what we're doing is a good thing. It's not this thing that we could possibly get hurt from. We're in America. It's not this thing that we're possibly going to get hurt from. The worst that might happen is somebody might challenge your belief, might be a little rude to you, but you're going to be okay because what you have deep inside of you is love. Remember that moment when Jesus met you, when he met you where you were at, when you felt this overwhelming feeling of love, joy, patience, forgiveness, kindness, everything in that moment. Wouldn't you want to share that with people? Wouldn't you want to see somebody lost, see somebody scared and confused, and wouldn't you want to be able to make sure that they have that love inside of us, inside of them? One of my favorite songs by Jack Johnson is titled Upside Down. And there's a quote in the song that says, "I'll share this love I found with everyone." See, when Jesus met you, he showed you a love and a feeling that you've never experienced before. And that is why we follow Jesus. And if we can carry that out, like Jesus commands us here in the Great Commission, to share it with everybody. You're not giving somebody some hard math problem. You're not giving somebody this crucial pain for their entire life. But we can have love in doing this and sharing the good news, because all we want for them is love and the best for their life. We want eternal glory for them. We're not doing this as something that we should be afraid of doing, because all we're doing is sharing with them the love. We're carrying the love that we have inside of us and being able to put it in other people so they can have the exact same thing that we experience, the peace that we experience, the joy that we experience when we focus on Jesus, when we know that the Holy Spirit is inside of us. We can overcome that fear to bring the joy into the world that they need, that this lost world needs, that everyone is so lost, focusing on so many other things, so many other fears of this life. Yet if they had Jesus, if they had somebody to come up to them and tell them about Jesus, tell them about somebody who loves them, who cares for them, who wants to talk to them, who wants a personal relationship with them. Some people really need this in the world. And I know it's hard to start conversations sometimes with people, but you're not alone doing this. You are not alone, and you are never alone